Well, hey folks, it's Mark with Fire Mountain Outdoors. Thanks for joining me today. You know, we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of the start date of Fire Mountain Outdoors. And you know what? This rifle is really what started it all. Stick around and I'll tell you why and how. So how did this rifle start Fire Mountain Outdoors, where we talk about AR-15s and AK-47s and tactical stuff and all of that? How does this old lever gun originate this? Well, let me tell you. I'm a proud union member. I am a member of United Association Local 290. That is the Brotherhood of plumbers and pipe fitters and steam fitters, sprinkler fitters and HVAC guys, that's based out of Portland, Oregon. And my particular specialty is I'm a heating and air conditioning man, commercial guy, and that's what I do. That's what brings home the bacon. That's what buys these cameras. That's what buys these firearms. That's what pays for everything. And so part of that, a couple of years ago, there was an organization that was started called the Union Sportsmen's Alliance, the USA. And the Union Sportsmen's Alliance is a great group that does a lot of conservation stuff, and they have firearms activities, skeet shoots, and different stuff. And part of what they do is they have a show on the Sportsman's channel called Brotherhood Outdoors. And so they sent out an email saying, hey, new season of Brotherhood Outdoors is coming up. We're looking for union members that would like to go on one of these hunts. And along those hunts, there were some Texas whitetail hunts, and there were some fishing trips, and there was some stuff. But what struck my fancy was there was a hunt on Vancouver Island for black bear. And, you know, I've seen some bear. In Washington, you can't hunt bears over bait or over with dogs, and so bears are really hard to get around here. So I had that itch. I want a bear. But how in the world am I? What's gonna set me apart? And so I thought about it a lot, and I thought about it a lot. And I have this 1895 Winchester, chambered in .35 Winchester centerfire, that I inherited from my great-grandfather, who immigrated from England at the turn of the last century, and he settled right up here on the hill. And part of this land is part of where he homesteaded. This was his stomping grounds, and I hunt the same descendants of the deer and elk that he hunted. And so I was really proud to get this rifle in, and it's one of my most cherished possessions. So I thought about it, and I thought, you know what, I've got some great pictures of my grandpa, who was a baby sitting on the back of a bear that my great-grandfather got with this very rifle. And I thought, you know, as a storyteller, I thought, that's a seller right there. That's a storyline. That's cool. I think that's what I'm going to submit. So I submitted my application for this hunt based on, I want to go hunt this bear with this rifle, just like my grandpa did. And crickets. We waited and waited and waited, and I didn't hear anything. And of course, you know, I enter a lot of contests. I like free stuff. I didn't hear anything back for quite a while, until it was late May, about mid-May, somewhere in there, and I get a phone call saying that I have been selected for this hunt. And I thought, oh, holy cow, now what am I gonna do? See, Big Medicine here is chambered in .35 Winchester centerfire. Now, .35 Winchester centerfire went obsolete right at about 1940, and I think commercially available, commercially loaded ammunition went by the wayside years and years ago. Now, I had shot Big Medicine a couple of times. I'd had this old corroded black powder ammunition that was, you know, was pitted, and the cases would burst when I would shoot the thing, and it would spit gases back in your eye. And I was never really accurate, and I never really thought, well, this is a shooter. This is what I'm going to go hunt with. This has always been an heirloom for me. But here I was, I painted myself in a corner, folks. I proposed this story, and now, oh crap, here I am. I gotta do this thing. So what I did is I had to find some brass. The only brass I could find was in Australia, so from Bertram Brass. So I got on the phone. I had 3 weeks to prep, so I ordered some 3 weeks to prep and get a passport, folks, because my passport was expired and this hunt was in Canada. It was crunch time. So I got some brass, and I found some dies off of eBay. And of course there's no real reliable load data out there either, because the powders and everything have changed 5 or 6 times. So I had to start at the beginning and just work up a load, and I really just had to pick something and commit to it and make her a shooter. And that's what I did. I got to the point where I could hit a pie plate most of the time, say 8 out of 10 times at 100 yards with this load that I just went with. And it worked. It didn't blow up. It sort of hit, and there I was. So I want you to click on this link. It's right up here at the end. Just follow the muzzle right up there. There's going to be a link to the episode of Brotherhood Outdoors, and you will see how that all resulted for me. This is bad medicine. This modern rifle is what feeds my family, and it's stone cold reliable. I wouldn't sell either one of them for the world. But hitting this trip awoke my youthful passion for what I am doing right now, which is what I really think that I'm meant to do, and that's why I love it. And I love all 3 of you people that watch this silly stuff, and I thank you for doing that, because that hunt and the video and the cameras and all of the stuff awoke in me the passion for what I'm doing now. So the Brotherhood Outdoors show and the great people that are involved in it. First, I want to thank Daniel, Lee, Martin, and Julie. They were great people, and I just loved them. They were just awesome, and I want to thank them for. They didn't know, but they awoke my passion for this again, and so I want to thank them for that. I want to thank Sean Lingl up there, my guide. Sean and his crew. It was an awesome experience. Great people. I consider Sean a friend. I'll probably never see him again because he's an expensive friend. But the other thing is, I want you to consider, what is your talent? What is your passion? Because I find such joy in this that I want to encourage any of you that have a dream or a talent or a skill that you've neglected because you thought it was silly or whatever, but it gave you joy and you felt that it was important to you. I would like to encourage you to do that. And the third thing that I really wanted to do is really thank the Union Sportsmen's Alliance for the chance that I had and the opportunity to go on that bear hunt. That was a life-changing thing for me. That was a great thing. You know, the bear, I had my good friend Darren McQueen from McQueen Taxidermy in Kalama. He's got the bear stuff, and the bear has a place of pride in my living room by my front door. And it's not a conventional bear mount. You can look at it right here. Obviously the girls have got to it. The bear's part of a family. So that bear hunt was life-changing in many respects. It kind of changed the decor of my living room also. If you really want it's almost embarrassing. I don't even know if I want to show it to you. But hey, click up here. Here's another link. So this is me as a younger man. This is even before I started dating my wife, and this is me partaking in some of this filmmaking activity that started this passion. So I'm much younger, much skinnier, and I have much more hair. So and big thanks to Randy Russell and Stan Notaboom, who were with Crystal River Productions that put this show on. They planted this seed of silliness in my head when I was a young man. You know, another cool thing that has happened since the bear hunt and getting to hang out with Daniel Lee Martin and Julie McQueen and Sean Lingl at Canadian Guide Outfitters, and doing that very first hunt, and the whole video process that reintroduced my passion for this whole thing. Another love besides firearms and besides hunting, I've been able to embark on a project involving that, and that's the Rokon Trailbreaker motorcycle. You know, this year we've been able to collaborate with Keith Felkins and Rokon Nation, and doing some great stuff. In fact, you know, I just saw this right here. This is a blue ribbon left over from the behind the barn ride. You can see that link right up here. We were able to do an epic video shoot involving some serious video work from Bonnie Productions. Brought up some real cinematographers doing some really cool stuff right here with motorcycles that I love, and great guys from all around the nation. Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Maine, and you know what? We got to go out to Maine, and we got to go ride at Chip's place because of our collaboration with Rokon Nation. So I'm just tickled pink. I'm grateful. This is what I love, and it's been an awesome first year for Fire Mountain Outdoors, and it really kind of ties back into a silly story and a 1895 Winchester rifle and hunting a bear in Vancouver. The whole genesis of everything coming together. Fire Mountain Outdoors is really an offspring of that passion, and I'm really grateful that everything has come together that it is. So we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary. We've been doing this for a year. Frankly, it's been the best year of my life. I've enjoyed the heck out of it, and I hope we've brought entertaining and insightful and informative content to y'all. And I want to give credit to where credit is due. Big time props to my family, who's put up with Dad's dalliances and doing such silly stuff. I also want to thank Bob. Bob's the best partner in this endeavor. He fills in the deficiencies that I have, and I think we make a great team. Bob's the best. So, and for all of you, hey, thanks for watching. Go watch those 2 videos that we listed here, and give them a like. And as always, like and subscribe here. Thanks for watching. Hey, you want to know the difference between a reality show and a Fire Mountain Outdoors episode? Reality shows have scripts and people tell them what to say. Fire Mountain Outdoors, we're just out here, we just wing it. We just say what we think. So you're gonna have to excuse the ums and the uhs and the things, because we're doing it. We're not scripting it.